So, today we're going to talk about friends, Romans, countrymen. Lend me your ears. I have come to bury Caesar, not to praise him. Okay, I'm joking. But not really, because that's what I kind of want to talk about today is like friends and like fake friends and like why like like this is coming from me. Like, okay, I should introduce myself. Hi, hello, my name is Miranda. I wanted to talk about friends. I don't really know where this video is gonna go. I was just really inspired watching Kelly Stamps' videos and how like she's basically just like had to embrace the lonely lifestyle and like what that actually means. And like, sorry, my voice is all messed up. Like, I'm like sick right now. I don't have the ick. I don't have that. I have some strange other respiratory virus, which is extremely fun and pleasant. But I was sick of sitting in my sweaty clothes today, so I decided to put on some mascara and some strange blue eyeliner and accessories for you guys to bitch with you, to offer some perspectives and advice. Who knows? So you can pretend like I'm your friend. That's really corny for this video, because I feel like I would love to be that. And let's get started, shall we? Okay, so I guess I don't even know where I'm gonna start with. I guess I'll like start with like what is a friend? Like, what is friendship? Because I feel like a lot of people of friendship, not even a definition, it's like a lack of a definition of friendship. Like, people just make friends and then like don't understand that like a friendship, and this is coming from me who's never had a romantic relationship, so like I am stunted, like I'm emotionally stunted. Like, I'm not saying this like as someone who's like on their high horse, you know what I'm saying? I'm saying this from a modest viewpoint. Friendships are the same thing as romantic relationships. Maybe some of you have had better luck in romance and you know what I'm talking about. For the rest of us, sending thoughts and prayers. People don't understand that a relationship is a relationship. A relationship should be equal between two people, and it should be based on mutual affection and love and the same values. And it has taken me so long to realize how much values play a part in every single relationship. And I will even call my friendships relationships because it's literally just a relationship. I have a relationship to my mom, to my dog, to whomsoever. You know, realize that a lot of times, like, first of all, I'm a believer that if people leave your life, they're meant to be out of your life for a reason. And I do not regret any of the friendships that I've lost in my life, because all it did was show me that those people did not value me. And it's so hard to hear that, especially like when you've been friends with somebody for so long and you just feel like there's no way that they really weren't valuing you this whole time. There's no way that they really had this false conception of you this whole time. And there's no way that this friendship isn't real. I was friends with people for fuck knows how long. Years. Like, I had one friendship that I ended in 2020. I was friends with her for like 8 years. That one ended because I had to realize that our relationship was built on trauma. So I guess I'll just use my own ones that I've ended to tell you guys why you're fine if you cut these people off, and also you should cut off more people if they are fucking bitches. Anyway, so that one ended, besides going into the amount of abuse that I endured from that relationship. We're not going to talk about that, but we're going to talk about how that relationship was based off of mutual trauma bonding and mutual like avoidant behaviors. So like sometimes when you start to change yourself, like if you decide to change, certain people do not want to change. Certain people are so avoidant and so stuck in what they've been doing just to survive, and you can't judge these people because they've probably been through some shit. but you can still hold them to a certain standard, because although they may have been through some shit, if they cannot be your friend in a healthy way, then there's no room for development. There's no room for you to be yourself. Because if you're like, oh, hey, I want to like talk about like something that you did, like I want to talk about something that you did and how it made me feel, they're immediately going to clam up because they don't want to hear it. They don't want to be held accountable. And you can't be friends with people like that when you yourself are constantly trying to take accountability and reflect on yourself. And oh my God, this wind. And sometimes people don't think they can change. Sometimes people have found what works for them to get by, and they cannot change with you. So when that happens, honestly, this has been like all of the relationships that I've lost, actually. They can't change. And when you're changing and they're not, they become jealous of you. And that's crazy, because there's nothing to be jealous of, right? You're not doing anything wrong. You're just literally being yourself and trying to become better for yourself and healthier, or, you know, more stable, or whatever you're trying to do. Sorry, I'm like hunching like the Hunchback of Notre Dame over here. Oh my God, why am I wiggling? Okay. And so then you become this, like, I don't know why that thought came into my head, like this Pontius Pilate. Like, I don't even know. I'm into like the Catholic jokes and like the antiquity jokes today, I guess. You become like, okay, like Pontius Pilate like killed Jesus, right? But like it was like the people of Rome. Like he kind of was like, twist my arm, but he wouldn't have done it if there wasn't a reason. Like, he wasn't the one who hated Jesus himself. Like, he didn't really care. It was what Jesus stood for. And what I'm trying to say is, you become this like scapegoat to them. You become this like almost like the villain in their story, because it's like, you're asking me to change, you're asking me to reflect upon my actions, you're asking me to do more for you. Why would I do any more for you when I'm already doing the best that I can, or the best that I want to be for you? Like, so that's one side of it, is like sometimes when you're changing, you just trigger people. Like, you just show them what they're not doing in themselves, like you show them every place where they are stunted, like where they are not thriving, where they are failing. And then they're like looking for reasons, at least in my experience, looking for reasons not to like you, not to want to be your friend, looking for all the little things. We all have little things that we do. Nobody is a perfect person, but friendship is about choosing to be that person's friend and grow with them, communicate with them when they do something wrong, and not to just like fucking throw them to the wolves after they make one mistake. That's not what I'm trying to say at all, because that's actually what those people will do to you when you are growing, when you are changing. That's what they do. So I'm not saying to do that. You shouldn't say like, well, this person's been a good friend my whole life and they fucked up once and I'm gonna cut them off. No. I hate cutting people off. People always tell me like, it's so easy for you to cut people off, you're so heartless, do you even care? No, it's hard for me to cut people off. It takes so much to get to that point. I love people. The people that I've cut off in my life, I still love them in my heart. Unfortunately, like no matter how bad, and some of them did some fucking messed up shit to me, bro, like messed up, I still love them. It hurts to cut people off. It's not fun. It's not easy. You miss them. I miss them. I think there's times I don't want to say like, how's eggplant doing today? How's paper towel doing today? I don't want to say no names. So, how's napkin doing today? I think about them. Like, I would love to talk to them, but their perception of me hasn't changed. And if that's the reason why somebody's being a fake ass friend to you, is out of spite and jealousy that they can't even admit, then you have to cut them off. Another thing is, when you do so much for others, like, I feel like a lot of times, I don't know where I want to go with this now, because I feel like I just got something there. Yeah. I feel like it's like, how much did you really mean to them if they could just... Okay, going back to people, first of all, if you have no friends and it's because people did you mad dirty and you had to cut them all off, literally fuck them. Like, fuck them, because it was not you. No matter how much people in your life may not even understand and may not support you, like, if you got to that point where you had to cut somebody off, best believe that you did it for a good reason. Like, don't let anybody, even your other friends, tell you who you need to keep in your life or who to be, because odds are they don't fully understand you either, because nobody fully understands themselves, especially when you're young. Now I'm 25. It's taken me up until this time to learn all this. I'm actually in the middle of trying to understand a situation with a friend that I've been very close to for over a decade. It's terrible. It's terrible when you have to literally sit down and admit that your inner feelings are right about how somebody's treating you. It's terrible. I don't wish that on anybody. But you have to honor your feelings, because you know ultimately who is being your friend to use you or who really values you. Because the other side of this is there are going to be friends who treat you like family. And sometimes that's good and sometimes that's bad. Sometimes people have no boundaries and no communication skills. Well, that's actually two different things. There's one thing I want to talk about that's like when people have no boundaries over their love, when they give love too much and they keep putting you first, and then over time they resent you because they've been choosing to neglect themselves. That's one thing that happens. So you have to be aware of that. And it sucks to have to make judgments for others, but that's what I've honestly come to. I don't know another way to do it, is I have to be aware of somebody's intentions and motives towards me. And you can tell because you'll look back throughout your history with them and see all the times they let you down that you just let it slide until it gets to this one big time and you're like, damn, they were never treating me right. I was always doing things for them. I was always there for them. And I did one thing they didn't like and they flicked me like a fucking booger. Like a booger. How does that feel? And then you're gonna have people telling you like, no, X, Y, and Z about it. Just ignore them, because you know when somebody's treating you poorly. I just looked at the moon as I said that. Yes, thank you, moon. You know when people are treating you poorly. And you're gonna be like, Miranda, I'm not gonna have any more friends if I do that. I'm sorry, babes, but like, what's the point of having them shitty ones? Like, are they doing anything for you? Yeah, you might go out with them or whatever. You'll find new ones. You'll find new ones. And hopefully they'll treat you better. On the other side of that is there are, as I'm leading into, there are friends who will treat you better. I have one friend that I've been friends with for, I'm like gonna cry. But like, I'm gonna cry thinking about her. But like, I've been friends with this bitch for mad long. Like, so long. And in the beginning of our friendship, I fucked up so many times. And honestly, I fucked up for so long. For probably most of our friendship. But she saw a potential in me. She saw that I could do it. She saw that I wanted to change. And sometimes it is you. Sometimes it's like, why am I? And perhaps that's because of the traumas of other friendship. You know, you learn to be guarded. You learn to have walls up because you don't want people to leave again. Like, or you don't want to be hurt when they do, because you just know it's like inevitable that something's gonna happen and they're gonna leave. And like, that's valid, but the right ones won't leave. And like, she didn't leave. She gave me so many chances, and honestly more than she should have. Like, fucking more than she should have. But I don't know if either of us would be where we are now without each other. So it worked out for the best. But like, I would have no one to talk to. Like, and I'm batshit crazy. Like, I talk to dead people and shit. Like, I need someone else crazy to talk to, but crazy in like in a supportive and healthy way, where like you're picking each other up, like not where there's like this underlying like jealousy, resentment. Like I feel like sometimes people are your friends and it's like they don't even like you, you know, like they don't even like think about why they are your friend. It's like, especially when you're younger and like either in high school or like when you go to college and like the friend groups that you make, like sometimes you make them because that's literally what was provided to you. Like your roommate in college or like people in your classes. It's certain ways that groups form, and that's fine. And sometimes those are real friends. But sometimes people just become friends with others and they don't think of why, and then it's like by the time you've been friends with somebody like for so long, and it's like, yeah, do they even like me? Because like all the things that they're bringing up towards me is literally just my personality, you know what I'm saying? Like, do they really get you? If like, okay, like I'm gonna tell you a story. Your love will not be too much for the right people. That's kind of what I wanted to say. And make sure that your values are in common with your friends, and be honest with yourself about listen to your intuition, listen to your gut, even when it sucks, like even when you don't want it to be right, like even when you want to be wrong, like before you know. Oh my god, my ears ringing so loud. Hello spirits. Okay, I need to end this video now. Okay. So I love and appreciate anybody watching this video. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Please give a thumbs up and comment below. It super helps me out. I have literally like 2 subscribers right now. I would dearly love some more. I have no idea what else I'm gonna be posting. Probably more like rants like this, as well as like art, fashion. So yeah, subscribe for more. Peace out.